Hey everyone, welcome to our Run to Executive week. I think we're up to week 3, which is crazy. The time is going by, and can you believe we're like nearly halfway through September? So, 5 week month this month. I'm really pleased to have on our call today Thomasina from corporate sales. She has been amazing. If anyone has worked with her closely for events, so organized and professional and gets right onto it, which is fantastic. We've invited Thomasina on today to really speak about the importance of being paid as executive and the difference it can make financially. Honestly, guys, wait till you see these figures because once I maintained executive, it was a complete game changer for my income. And when last year, when Emma met with me at Christmas time and went through my figures, I gave myself such a big pay rise, and my enrollments went up as well because of customer referral enrollments as well. So it's going to blow your mind. And look, I'm just going to hand it over and welcome Thomasina to our call. Look at all these amazing executives that are going to be, dropping any week now.
Fantastic. So excited to join you all. Such an exciting time, and you guys are absolutely led by those really setting the example in terms of maintaining that paid as executive rank. So I am going to share my screen just to help me dive into what the differences are. Just bear with me.
I'll just allow settings because it wasn't on there.
Thank you. Perfect. Can everybody see
Yes.
screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just
Perfect.
are you going to do it as a slideshow or not?
Is
Or
it coming
yeah.
up as a slideshow?
Oh, now it is. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
There we go. Pleasure. So we've created this snapshot to make it nice and easy to understand what the differences are and what you can unlock once you break open that paid as executive and you are maintaining it. So from the get-go, once you hit your crystal executive, you have that $1,000 cash bonus when you hit executive for the first time. Customer referral program is also something that you will unlock. What exactly that means is that those customers who aren't necessarily brought onto Isagenix by a particular person or an associate and jumps directly onto isagenix.com and enrolls that way without contacting anyone, that enrollment then goes into a pool of our paid as executives who get allocated each of those enrollments. So it's a fantastic way of getting that extra PIB and having that customers BV contribute to your cycles as well. And third key thing is unlocking that extra team builders bonus time frame. So when you are on that paid as executive line, once you've kind of built up your business and you've maintained the customers within your network, especially your personally enrolled, because as we know, the depth moves down as we go through the percentages, but you start to unlock that day 91 to 730 window. So that means you're just adding on those dollars to your team builders bonus extra dollars every month, which is fantastic. And it's extra reward for you guys for us to say thank you for keeping those customers loyal and for being with us for over a year, over 2 years, 3 years. So we really appreciate that hard work that our paid as executives put into their business. One of our newest ones is the new Executive Achievement Bonus, which I think is a really exciting addition to what we already have on offer. So the requirements for our executive achievement bonus is to hold paid as executive every single day within a commission month and also enroll a minimum of 3 qualifying new customers within that month. And you receive an extra cash bonus of 500 US dollars. So cherry on top of the other aspects that you already get in terms of that money coming back to you. And also you have your 10% matching bonus, which there's no cap on it, just like TBB, it's something that rolls on depending on how big your team is. And what that means is that any of your personally enrolled consultants or above, you receive 10% of their cycles. So say, for example, if those in your personally enrolled team, there's 100 cycles in there, you would receive 10 cycles to be paid out towards your monthly commission as well. And outside of the monetary factors that you get, you all know about the beautiful Mexico trip that Belinda and Heather went on earlier this year. So that was an ex paid as executive only trip that we ran last year, and it was a 5 month period, Belinda, from memory.
I think so. You had
Yeah.
or 6 month period and you only had
Yes.
a certain amount of time you could drop to executive. And guys, that
Yeah.
trip was what made me stay paid as executive. And I know it's totally changed the game for me, definitely. Before you move on, has anyone got any questions around what Thomasina just shared? Because sometimes it's not until you actually qualify or receive it that you understand. So unlocking that team builder bonus, you're paid on those 4 levels deep for two is over is 2 years, right? two
Yes, two
years.
years,
That
730
is
days.
crazy.
Yeah.
So if Sinead, she's my personally enrolled, has signed the customers that have ordered 2 years ago, I'm still getting an income from that. It blows your mind. The customer referral program, you receive the bonus, the product introduction bonus. So if a 30-day pack comes through, you get the $85, $95 plus the BV plus the customer for life. Now they could go consultant. It is crazy, okay? And that executive achievement bonus, like we've worked that out over 6 months, it's going for at the moment. That's an extra $3,000 US. So times that by 1.1, and that's what income's going to drop for just enrolling 3 customers a month, which as an executive you should be doing, and maintaining your rank. Like it is mind blowing. It just always keeps getting better and better, the compensation plan, honestly. So any questions before we move on to the next section? Because I really want you guys to grasp what you have in your hands because it's a game changer. No, they're quiet? Okay.
We're all good to go. Fantastic. And I know it's a little bit hard sometimes to picture what the benefits will actually look like and how it's going to land into your account. So, as Belinda shared earlier, I have actually broken down two of Belinda's commission months, her overall paid commission from when a month in which she was paid as manager or paid as director compared to once she was maintaining paid as executive. So in the paid as manager month, her PIB, she was just enrolling a little bit lower. But then where we get into the grid of it is the cycles. So originally she was on 17 cycles, and then she's nearly doubled them once going into paid as exec. And that is partly because she's now getting that 10% team matching bonus that's contributing to the cycles that she's created herself. The second part is team builders bonus having that crazy jump. So from that original commission month, she had $919, and this is all in USD, by the way, I should clarify. And then once she hit paid as executive, again, nearly doubled, $1,623 because she was unlocking that extra time frame and that depth as well into her team. And then, as you can see, originally, because she wasn't at paid as executive, there was no dollar value with that matching bonus. And now we can see that return coming back to her account. So, all in all, once you add in all the extra commissions that might have been running during those months, her earnings originally were 1,114, and then we have over doubled them by the time she is paid as executive. So for the month of paid as executive, she landed on $3,727. Now, if you were to factor in our new executive achievement bonus, which is an added 500 USD, which she has just achieved for the first month, which was the commission month of August, that would bring her total for that commission month 4,227 USD. That is nearly tripling her income as from paid as manager, which is wild numbers, right? And it's that's how you see those added benefits really multiplying your income and adding on, and you're being rewarded for the hard work that you're putting in by maintaining your 5 and 5 consultants, as well as helping them grow their team and their depth.
So now you can understand why I'm so adamant that I never ever drop from executive, and why I put in, like, look at the product introduction bonuses. How would you like to have just that in commissions a month? You know, any questions around this, guys? Because I want you to unlock this. If you're going for the money, I want you to unlock it. Any questions? Any thoughts?
Sorry,
Sinead?
is the product introductory bonus, that's like your enrollments for the month, or are your enrollments on top of that as well? Or is that
No, that's just the bonus, that the 20% cash commission that you get from enrolling. So
And she would have gotten customer referrals
yeah.
on top of
oh,
that to contribute
oh,
as a paid as executive.
So usually I'm getting maybe 1 to 2 enrollments a week from customer
yeah.
referrals, and then
Oh, yeah.
obviously my own enrollments.
Yeah.
So that's why it's such a high figure.
Mm.
It is a literal game changer for your enrollments and your business. And I have had some turn to consultant as well. So the cycles then have increased, because when you're paid as executive, you have more people enrolling, and you have more customers coming through your business. Then the team builder bonus, that's the difference of being the levels deep, the 10% matching bonus. So if Sinead, you go and do 10 cycles in a week, I get paid 1 cycle, which is $60. Okay. And then the earnings, and that's in US. That's in US. So for us, we get to times that to receive more. So yeah, yeah. Any other questions? Because this is why you want to get paid as executive and stay there. No? Sinead, any other questions? Because you're looking a bit confused.
No, I think I get that. Yeah. I'm just in my head going, oh, how do I get to this?
You can get there. It's all about, like, non-negotiable. Like, I really struggled, but you have to be strategic. You
Mm.
have to enroll. If you're not
Yeah.
enrolling, your business is not growing, and you don't have people to work with.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. You have to enroll. Like,
Hmm.
you'll see a lot of the paid as executives that were just announced in the team builder bonus, they're all top enrollers. You need to
Mm.
be in, like, look at Jody and Raquel.
Yeah.
They're pulling out numbers of 11 when they're on holiday. You
Mm.
just do the work when you don't feel like it, basically.
Hmm.
You do it anyway.
Hmm.
Um, there's going to be a bit of competition there, because Sarah Whitehead didn't like being knocked off, she told me. So look out this month, guys. Um, but yeah, any questions? Otherwise, I'll let Thomasina. Is there anything else, Thomasina? Or
I was
yeah,
actually just gonna cover a few tips as well, just in
yeah.
terms of some habits to build in to make sure that you know where you're sitting and how you're tracking. Who of us check our back office daily? Is it everyone, weekly, daily? You want
Pop
to
in the chat,
say,
guys, because it's
please,
really
yeah,
good to
please do.
know.
The reason I say this is because our paid as executives are checking their back office daily, if not multiple times a day. You never know when you're going to have a consultant who drops into grace period, or an order subscription that doesn't go through that you thought was going to go through. And it is really important to be on your back office and be aware of the moving parts in your business on an everyday basis. I know when you're starting out, kind of weekly or 2 times a week may seem like enough, but when you're looking at maintaining paid as executive for an entire month every day, you really need to get into that habit. And if you're unsure of where to look, Belinda and Heather are absolute guns at doing this step by step for you. But the key things that Kate and I always talk about is looking at View My Team, so that you can see the immediate snapshot of how many consultants you have on each side and what you need to do to balance it. And again, you have Belinda, who's fantastic at doing that. She's maintained it for the last, what number did we calculate it to? It was like 257 days as of when I was in Perth, which is
That's the
crazy.
most I've ever
So,
done, guys, and it's not dropping.
yeah. And so, yeah, and she'll absolutely coach you through how to make sure that your sides are balanced. Because that's kind of where we see a lot of associates kind of drop it a little bit is when they don't have visibility of their business. And also, another great way of making sure that you're on track and you are where you need to be is looking at your TBB report. So, exporting that. Maybe start it twice a week. Some people only think about it monthly, but honestly, when you export your TBB report, which you can also do in the My Report section, it actually gives you all of this data about your team in a snapshot. You can see how much extra income you're earning for your 4PET. It shows you how many more enrollments you need to achieve to unlock that. And it tells you straight away how many weeks of that month you've maintained paid as of which rank. So it's all there for you, and it makes it really easy to then plan your business out so that you know how much you need to catch up for said month.
Yeah, and so many people are leaving money on the table. Like, do you think I'm going to
Yeah.
leave $900 on the table if I'm sitting at one enrollment or $1,600?
Mm.
Like, there's people missing out on that money because they don't enroll two people. That
Mm.
is unbelievable. And if you don't know about the Team Builder bonus, there's so much training in your back office, Isagenix Business. I know Heather has done it as well. And once you get your head around it, you will never ever not enroll two people a month.
And if you ever need support about education and reading reports, like please reach out to Kate and I. That's what we're here for. It's Kate's absolute specialty. She knows back office in and out like crazy. So yeah, we're here to help and we're happy to book in a session via Zoom one-on-one with any of you, so that we can talk through it and so that you know how to be across the moving parts of your business for sure. Beautiful. Well, yeah, those
Awesome.
are the main points that I wanted to cover. Back to you,
Any
Belinda.
questions before we let Thomasina go? We grateful for your time because it's like 10 to 7, I think, over there. So,
Yeah, I just I have a call with our Victorian team at 7. So yeah,
okay,
please
awesome.
shoot through any questions for me.
Yeah, quickly, any questions before we let Thomasina go, or otherwise put some love in the chat for her, guys? No? All right. Thank you, Thomasina, so much.
Pleasure.
We'll see you. Yep, they're all saying thank you. And Selena, reach out to Thomasina or Kate because she'll definitely book in a time to help you through those reports. All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you so much,
Thomasina.
ladies. Speak to you
Okay.
soon.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Is that not an incentive to get there? Hey, like do the enrollments, do the work anyway. So I thought I'd ask, has anyone got any questions before we move on? No? Yeah, go, Darren.
Thinking.
Yeah.
So that I don't know about anyone else, but that is I don't want to use the word confusing, but it's a lot to try and take in. And then everyone says like do the work, do the work, do the work, and we're following what we've been given and things like that, and you're on social media and you're sending out messages to people. Like, is there any other way? Is there like, you know, is that enough? Like, it's obviously not enough if we're not getting the enrollments.
Yeah. It would be that you need to increase your conversations and closing the sale. That's what it would be. So I know Sarah couldn't be on the call tonight, but I know that when she's enrolling a lot of people, it would be 50 messages a day to connect with people. And yeah, so that's what it is. And Lynn has spoken to thousands of people over the years, and it is a numbers game. So 1 in 10 will sign. You probably need to speak to 100 people to get 10 people in that signing period, And Fitzy signed 4 to 5 last week, but their number of people that she's spoken to 4,000, 5,000 people to go millionaire, right? But it's duplication is the key with executive. It's not just you doing the work. It's the power of, you need to build a team. Everyone needs to build a team. And once you can unlock that, when I joined, I was like, right, who's doing this with me? Right, you're on the phone. You're coming with me. We're doing this together. Right, go find 2 people. And that's how I went director in 3 weeks. So you can, and lots of people have gone executive in such a short period of time. And it does seem overwhelming. It does seem like you can't do it. But if you're strategic, you can so do it. And Fitzy, if you want to unmute, I'd love you to. But she said it's all about your energy as well. You got to own it and stand into it and feel like you're worthy of being paid as executive. Because if you don't, you're going to self-sabotage and you don't feel like you're worthy of being, you feel like you have to be a leader and you have to know this and you have to know that and you have to be able to speak on stage and all that. You don't have to do any of that. Okay, go Fitzy.
I was going to say, I don't have this camera on because I look shocking today. This lovely headache from cleansing is wonderful. Anyway, yes, all I was going to say is if you keep telling yourself that this isn't happening, or, like I'm not enrolling, I'm doing everything they say, I'm saying what they're telling me to do, it can be your energy towards that as well and your speak of that. I've come back into this again and sort of went, this is all I want to do is I want to help people. So I'm reaching out to help people. I'm not expecting an outcome from it. The outcome comes as a result of doing all the conversations. But like I say, even those 4 enrollments this week, that's come off the back of months and some of them years of conversations. So it's the accumulation over time that it will be people's looking window at that time whenever it comes for them. So don't get disheartened, but really be more curious, be curious. Like I bump into a lot of people out and about as well. Like as Belinda's always said, now I have not built my business online, but I collect people offline and I get them online and I stay connected online, which has made a huge difference because they know who you are and they're just following. And, I'm staying connected and just checking in on how they are and respecting where they're at in their journey as well. I just spoke to someone last night who's, it was just a reach out. It was an offer to join a 30-day reset. And she said that she's already losing weight. She's doing something else. So I'm just going to be her biggest cheerleader because I know she'll most likely only get so far. And so long as I stay checked in with all these people, then that's where the fruit comes, That's what I was going to say. Sorry, my head is pounding.
And Fitzy, I love how because I watched you work last week, is that you weren't on your phone for 24/7. You went out and you had 4 appointments or 5 appointments and you helped people get started with the products. So it doesn't you just have to be productive and, taking action. That's what it's about. I always say, what can I do to make my business move forward today? So whether it's, would you like to catch up on a call? Messaging people that you haven't spoken to, if they've viewed your stories. It's just about creating new conversations. Sinead, you were unmuted. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, sorry. When you were saying you went to director and you quickly and with saying, "Oh, come with me, let's do this." Is that like people are like business people, or are these just people like people who just want the products, probably don't want consultant?
When I joined, I signed up Jay on a premium pack, which is the ultimate pack. And then I put 2 customers underneath him. And then I had a business partner that came across and she ordered a premium pack and she signed 2 people. I went manager that day. Then I was on the phone to other people that I knew in my network saying, I'm doing this brand new thing with Isagenix. You've got to get on. You've got to secure your spot. It's going to blow up. Like, this is what's happening, right? But this
Yeah.
weekend, I have spent the time strategizing people within my business that are very close to executive, very
Mm,
close. And
mm,
basically it's okay, they've got this associate. This associate only needs to find 2 people. This
mm,
associate needs to find 1 people. This person's coming to an event that I'm going to go host with you, and they need to bring 2 people. You
mm,
you could do it in a week. You
mm,
could do it in a week, but you need everything to line up, and you need to move fast.
mm.
Um, so this may be overwhelming, but it is about quick action. So like Nicole and Darlene, you know you're having an event on the 19th. I'd be lining everyone up from now to then so that you can go executive. Creating 1 to 2 consultants a week is what you guys need to be doing to get to executive for sure. Or enrolling high numbers. But you are getting the red version of Belle, so just remember, go Rach. Very different from Heather, so she'll be like the mothering side of things. But for me, I feel like you need to do it quickly. You need to take action. You've probably been seeing what I've shared, do it anyways. So Sarah Whitehead had her husband away, and 5 kids, and she still got it done. Heather's away, she's still got it done. You just still do your business no matter what's happening in your life, while other people sometimes just drop it.
Yeah, I think it's not about not doing it. It's more about, like you're saying, get it done. She's got 5 kids, husband away, and she got it done. I don't think it's about not getting it done. It's about how you get it done.
Yeah, and that's what we're here to help you with. So to find people to have conversations, grow your market, and that's what Fitzy said, whether you're out and about all day, then you can add people that you meet in your everyday life, or you add people online socially. You create value added on your content so people start following you without you even knowing. Add people into the groups, message your stories, follow-ups, reaching out to people in your downline that you've signed to say, would they like to share? Or even just giving, I was just thinking about this today, even just giving someone the best result they've ever had, because they're going to share organically. Like I actually saw an associate today, a new consultant, and I was like, oh my God, you look really good. Like her eyes she's been taking the collagen. And I'm just like, people just get the best results. They're going to share organically. So it's just we call it income producing activities. And if you're not a social media person, it's on the phone. And be proactive where you're like, okay, what can I do today? Tomorrow, I'm actually going to have 3 phone calls with people, and I'm going to book them in, and I'm going to check in on how they're going, or to see if they want to get started on the products, or I'm going to organize a coffee catch up where I can write out the money, because that's so powerful. As Fitzy saw, she did that this week. And having that third party validation with me there. Fitzy, do you want to explain what happened? She's probably not listening. She's probably playing with her dogs. Anyway, no, she's not there. Yeah, but I was not part of this person's team or Fitzy's, but I was there meeting Fitzy, having a coffee, and this other girl came to look at her back office. And then I'm like, yeah, but you're eligible for that. And this money and this money. And she's just like, oh my God, So she lent right in. And she's got a huge story. Meeting face to face with someone, you get so much more information from them. So much more information. So whether it's on the phone or coffee catch up. But I want to quickly, because I want this call to be really quick, but I also want you guys to communicate. And so I've got a few questions I want to ask, and I want you to pop it in the chat or unmute. So what's been the highlight of your week for your business? Just pop it in the chat. We're going to move quickly because I've got to drive up to Perth for a event for Isagenix. Because we've got to celebrate the wins, right? Even if we didn't feel, I didn't sign anyone last week, but I've taken I'm working on it. Yeah, Nicole, that's great. Reactivating one consultant and creating a new consultant. Seeing results in customers. That was a huge win. Haven't had one, Karen. Come on. What about using the products? What about getting on the leaders in the making call? You're going to be surrounding yourself with high energy. One enrollment. Right. Okay. Did you face a challenge this week? And how'd you handle it with your business? No one. That's good. That means everything's flowing. Customer accused you of scamming her. Oh, did you reach out to Jen about that? Okay, awesome. You would have had the best mentor in that. How are your energy levels? I want you to write one word. Are you feeling balanced, stretched, or stressed? I'm stretched. I'm definitely stretched to the limit. Sinead's balanced because she's doing this full time. Nicole's flat. Karen's stretched. Yep, a little stressed. Okay. Did you do something this week just for you? And maybe put it in what it is if you want to. What felt easy in your business this week? And what felt hard? Sometimes it's hard to show up, even when you don't want to, or when you're busy. I think that was mine. Your cleanse day, but did you feel better afterwards?
Yeah, I've had energy for 3 days and haven't been able to sleep.
Well, what's one action you took this week that moved your business forward? Busy. Lots of conversations. It's amazing. Planned out your week. You must feel so organized, Selena. We could probably ask these questions quickly every week. Sending out 2 carts, helping others. That's amazing. Anything felt hard? Quickly, one word. No, that's good. Because when you're in energy and alignment, sometimes it's just all flowing. But you do have, Fitz, I was talking about, you do have those weeks where it is hard and nothing is happening. She enrolled 4 to 5 people. I didn't enroll anyone. Same people viewing your stories. Need to grow your market, Sinead. Okay. Let's keep going. Got a couple more. I hope this is helping you. What's one area you'd like more support, tools, or accountability in? Learning back office. Can you reach out to Kate Harrison, Selena, for that? The confidence in explaining the comp plan. You probably know it. You probably just don't. You know it, Sinead. It's just because you haven't earned it. Social media, how to land the sale. Well, social media, it's more you attracting the people, but landing the sale is the language that you use. How do you feel, felt, found? We've got lots of training on that. And follow-up is always asking the question. I don't say, let me know. I don't say, just get back to me and let me know, whatever. When I follow up, I'm asking the question. Do you want me to send you the 30-day link now? Did you have any questions or are you ready to order? Just ask the question instead of beating around the bush. Are you clear on your top priorities for the coming week? Have you got every day planned? What, not your social media, but what action are you doing? I've got I know what I'm doing every week, every day right now for the rest of the week. I've got events planned. I know Nicole and Darylene are planning. We have that call Thursday night. That's at one thing. So I've got an event tonight. I've got a networking tomorrow. Thursday night, I've got the online business event. And then apart from that, I'll be doing social media and messaging. Great, Selena. I love that. I love that. So know what you're doing this week, because otherwise you come to Friday and Sunday and nothing is done.
I literally pretty much have like the month planned, and
That's
I
amazing.
do weekly,
You need
daily.
to, because of all the kids.
I keep adding as I go. Sorry, I just felt it was better to unmute. That was a lot to type.
Yes, I love
But
that.
yeah,
I want you
no.
guys to unmute. I want you guys to be, one more thing is, if you had to rate your week in the business from 1 to 10, what number would you give it and why? If you had to rate your week in the business, just gone, from 1 to 10, what would you give it and why? And it's okay if you feel like you're an 8. Fantastic. Fitzy bloody had an 8 or a 10 in the week. How many? She's probably not
I
listening.
feel like an 8, but like I didn't enroll, so that everything was slow. But I
Yeah.
showed up. I was
Yeah.
always on social media. I was sharing. People are
Yeah.
seeing. People are commenting. So like, that was the good side of it all.
Yeah. So Sinead, why haven't you had enough conversations? Is it because you haven't done the activity, or you've run out of people to talk to?
I think because a lot of my conversations are usually from my stories. I think that might be why. But also like what I do have conversations with is like comments on Facebook and sending, but they're not usually
They're not
ever.
real conversations.
Nah,
So
no,
my
actual
real, yeah.
conversations.
So my real conversations that I actually count, and Jen says you should have at least 3 a day, and sometimes it's hard to get 3 a day, is sending them information. That is a conversation. A conversation is not, hey, how was your weekend? What'd you do? That is not going to secure you a sale. It is building the relationship, but it's not having a conversation. So moving forward, we're going to wrap it up now. I'd love you to say one person that you can follow up with, maybe tomorrow, or reach out to this week to create momentum. Have you got a business builder sitting on your shoulder here that you're like, oh no, I can't reach out to them because they're going to say no to me? Sasha, yes, Fitzy, you've got a runner there. So who's one person, Ree, that you can reach out to, connect with, have a phone call, get them into action? It may be a business builder coming on. It may be a customer coming on. Yeah. Or Sinead, I would be with nature, I'd be organizing a call or a coffee catch up. I wouldn't be sending them a video of the comp plan. Because you wouldn't watch it. You wouldn't understand it. But Fitzy, are you there? No.
Yeah.
So Sinead said she's going to send someone the comp plan. How much powerful was it meeting at that coffee shop with Sasha and drawing it all out?
Way better, because you can see their reaction, and then they can ask questions there and then as well. So definitely, I tend to draw the comp plan more. I don't think ever send the video, because people never get around to watching that stuff. And even if they do, a lot of them will let on they've seen it, and then they have no questions for you. And I'm like, well, if you saw it,
you wouldn't be out of sleep.
No, that's right. You'd have questions.
It's so powerful because you can dig with questions. Oh, you get an extra $450 if you go manager, and their face, and you're like, oh, what would you do that for? What would you do with that? Oh, you know that if you like the moment with Fitzy was, I turned around to this girl who I'm not even financially linked with. I was just sitting there doing my work, and I said, you've got $16,500 in bonuses that you can get. And she's like, how do I do that? Now, this lady right now is working fly in, fly out, and so is her husband, and they cross paths to look after the kids. They see each other for 2 or 3 days a month. Is that right, Fitzy? Like, that's the power of this
Yeah.
business and helping people, that she's got like 2 kids under 3, that she can come home and be with her family. It's not a family life, is it? So the power of sitting down with someone for a coffee is unbelievable. And if you are, I've been saying this to Heather, if someone was in my business and working Monday to Friday and only had Saturday free, I would say to them, go and sit in a coffee shop and organize coffee catch-ups one after the other. 9 till 12. You could meet 3 people. You'll be coffeed out, but you could meet 3 people and probably guarantee you have 3 sign-ups or 3 people doing the business with you. So this is the mentality. This is what I want you guys to think, not like sitting down and trying to send 50 to 100 messages, but doing that. Connection, community. Anyway, I've gone way over time because I get so excited about the comp plan, which I knew with Thomasina, to share that money, 10 consultants. Aim for 10 to 12 consultants so you can get there, and think of what you're going to collect along the way. That's not including the bonuses and the $100. Any questions before we go? No, no one wants to unmute?
No questions, but that was really good. Thank you. That's very informative.
That's okay. I hope. And we've got like Alicia Fernandez coming on. We've got Irene Miller. But we wanted to get really to the point of the pay difference is huge. Really, really is huge. So we're here to help and keep learning it and learning it and learning it. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'll post the recording in here, and go win the week. I know you can do it.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Belle.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Fina.